All right, we have a 2018 Civic. They state they have a check engine light, so let's go check it out. This is her. Let's go ahead and connect real quick. I think it's gonna need a turbo. Well, we'll see. Collision mitigation. Oh yeah, it just feels like. Huh. Let's just check it out. Car's keyed on. See what we got going on here. Local diagnose. Honda. Okay. I really like these lights from Atco. I don't know who makes them, but very good. Get some gloves on real quick, and I got a shaft seal oil change that I'm doing over here. Go 16 pin USA. Let's see what this comes up with. Alright, we're gonna hit smart detection. Looks like we got 2 codes in the PGMFI. Just do my basic checks. We check it past coolant. It does have coolant. Check the oil. Looks like it has oil. It's a little discolored. Oil's good. Got coolant. Got oil. Alright, so let's hit report. See what we got going on. This vehicle does have 184,000 miles as well. I just want to see what codes we have real quick. We got a misfire 303 and 304. So I'm just going to pressurize the coolant system and see if we have the head gasket leak, as that's my standard procedure on all 1.5 vehicles now, you know, just to check if it has a head gasket leak, because they're so common. Alright, so let's check this. Looks like coolant is topped off though. But let's just check it either way. Who knows, it could just be injectors. Yeah. Always. We're just gonna let this sit for like 20 minutes. I gotta start this job over here. We've had this pressurized for about 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and pull these spark plugs. So we need a 10 millimeter. Where is it? There you are. We need a 10, and we need an extension to take out the spark plug. You and you. Bring this over here. My misfires were in 3 and 4. And we are going to check all of them. Oof, man, that's super fouled. Let's get the injectors, seeing that. This one's not that bad, but look at this one. That is indicating to me that this is running rich. So let's look at all of them. So yeah, it's a very rich plug. But let's scope the cylinder. All right, here we have a Diagnostic camera. This costs about $110 on Amazon. It is linked in my bio under Diag tools. But the reason I like this one because it has 3 cameras. It has one in the front and it has one on the side and one on the other side. So we're just going to scope the cylinders. It most likely needs fuel injectors, but let's just check them all. There is some oil in there actually. Not much of a leak. All right, so number 3 is my worst plug. So this is a rich condition. So it is, you guys see all this darkness, all this soot, unburnt fuel, injectors. So we'll see what they want to do. All right, so let's go to PGMFI. We're gonna clear this code. It's like just misfire number 3 and number 4. There is a lot of oil on top of those pistons on each one of them, so I went out that the valve stem seals were leaking. I didn't have a coolant leak into the cylinders, but I'm going to recommend the injectors, the new valve stem seals, so we're going to send it out to the machine shop if we do that. So we're going to just go ahead and read data stream, select all. Short-term fuel trim is what we're going to be looking at right now. Short-term fuel trim right now is good. Long-term is good, but also the vehicle is cold. Starting to misfire, I can feel it. 1, 2, 3 misfires in 8 misfires in number 3. So we're just counting too. All right, let's just swap this plug real quick. I'm gonna put it in 1, just to confirm. All right, this is in 1, so let's just go ahead. Next misfire is in 3, so we're gonna key it on. It's gonna go to 0. All right, it's at 0. Still actively missing in number 3. You guys can see that, so it's counting. Rev it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna swap the coil. This is what people always do. Put 4 new coils in. There's no need to do that. So we're just gonna swap the coil. So with this logic, if it's a coil, it should be at number 1, my misfire. But it's still in number 3, telling me that this is most likely an injector problem. So now we're gonna look at our short-term fuel trim. Look how low we're running. We're running at 0.76, indicating a very rich condition. 1 is what you aim for, or what the system tries to aim for. But right now we're running at 76. That'll definitely throw a check engine light for a rich code, but it's misfiring regardless. We have 3 counts though. Looks like it's still counting. All right, so we're gonna need injectors on this. Injectors, and recommend a tear down of the head to correct the oil that's on top of the pistons, the valve stem seals.